Hello, I'm back again. Unfortunately, been rather ill for quite some time, so I haven't had a chance to have a look at these, or I've thought about it, but my brain's been way too foggy to do any actual good logic solving. So I've got a bit of catching up to do. But we'll see how it goes. Apologies for all the coughing as well. I'll try and reach my mute microphone button. I feel something coming on, but we'll see. We'll see what happens. It might be quite slow as well. Another path building one. This one's got a nice little storyline to go along with the rules that I didn't manage to fit on, but I'll check in the description. But normal Sudoku, creating continuous, orthogonally connected is orthogonal, isn't it? Sure, it's orthogonal. Continuous would make it sound orthogonal, wouldn't it? We're going to start from the monster to the boy, stepping on only even. And then from the boy to the train on only odd, we've got to pick up the rows on the way. And then finally to the polar bear, where we alternate alternate odd and even, not high and low. Yeah, orthogonal can't move diagonal. Can't touch itself. May not be diagonally or orthogonally adjacent to an earlier part of the path. And then normal killer cages, but if you go inside a killer cage, you can only pick up the highest digit, which is going to be interesting, isn't it? So let's see what's happening here. Is there one of those that you can cross off? I can never remember. 5 and 8 doesn't work, does it? Yeah. I thought there was one. That's never going to be path because you'd have to come through at least 2 cells of it. And I suppose the same thing, like, let's just make all these path, by the way. That cell could never be path. And similarly, this one can, in order to not pass through both of those sort of thing. So something interesting with parity. This cell's always path, isn't it? Because you come through like that with the fact that you've taken up a fair number of odds and evens, but you don't actually know which ones you're going to use here. I don't think that helps all that often. We start off, I'm a bit confused how you change. Starting on the monster. Okay, so he is even as he goes from the start. So that's 7 and 9, of course, isn't it? 7 and 9, that can't be 4 or use your brain. 6, there we go. I'd say it was going to be slow. This can't be 2, 5, can it? No. Right. So where do we want to go next? We can't go up here at all. Can't go in here initially, and can't go in here because the whole touching diagonal thing as well. Just wondering how easily you can get up and over. That cell has to be path, doesn't it? Because otherwise you get trapped here. Yeah. So that's going to be... Ooh. You can't sneak around like this and then get to the rows and to the train and then back down. That makes no sense. So that's definitely going to be on the odd side of the path coming up here. This could be even. Would be okay, I think. Yeah, so this guy... I mean, you can't pass through... Obviously, you can't pass through both of them. And... Just thinking, I think he has to come through here, and I just want to prove it. So you get trapped by this sort of thing, don't you? Being on evens to start with, and you can't come down this side of that 1, 3. You can't come up and over. You're just going to have problems with the 13 cage and various bits and pieces like that. So you have to come through here, sort of unsurprisingly. You might have a bit of extra. No, because you can't touch that, can you? So you definitely come down here to start with. Don't touch any of this. None of that. Come out here, which has to both be even and the biggest. That looks happy. It's not 8 and 6 anymore. Nice. Virtual 6-9 pair, isn't it? Oh, I'm finding it slightly confusing that blue is initially even, but it's going to be odd after a moment, isn't it? It's kind of funny. 5, 7, 9 down here. That helps get all of this sorted out. So that is 1, 6, leaving 8 and 3. It's about right, isn't it? Nice. It's not 5, 6 anymore. Good. That's all pink like that. That's all pink. That's all pink. So we could potentially pick this up, or we're picking that up. What is this cell? Relatively big, but it's the same parity as that, so that's never 8. But it does work with 8 and 6, doesn't it? Interesting. Oh, this guy is definitely odd. Know that, and similarly, he's got to take this cell, otherwise you're a bit stuck. Similar to down here, is what I meant. It's a very separated, similar, wasn't it? This guy we definitely can't pass through here. He's the smaller of the two. That's going to be interesting. So we come up like this. And any parity stuff. This has opposite parity to that. So, I mean, it can't be a 5 because then these two would have to have the same parity. It'd both be 5. Oh. Can't be a 5 because there's a 5 in the box. Probably the easier thing to do. I thought I got rid of all those options, but apparently not. This has got to be bigger than that as well, doesn't it? So what's this cell? Not 9. Cool. Well done. One of these two is a 6, look. Looks up here. 5s are maybe interesting, but not particularly. 6s. Really doing anything, and 3s almost feel like they're doing something, but not quite. This looking down at all? Yes, that gives you 8 and 6. 7 and 9. What are we left with? Something like that. 5 here. 2, 3, and 7. 1, 2, 3, triple. Nice. So, gonna want to be hitting only odds, and so things like these even cells we can never come back to on this side of things, could we? Looking at how this would get have a lot of problems there. So that's definitely odd. Oh, I know 2s are there, don't I? You're very comfortable going through the 9. That's going to be biggest. If you did come up right, then wouldn't that have to be 7 with 5, 6, so it works in order for that to be the biggest? That's kind of interesting, isn't it? I've just seen, of course, you've got to. That's the only way. Like, if you try to go into, if you try and use my words, if you try and go up into that cell, then you get trapped because you can't go through both of these. We're going to loop around like that. This is the biggest cell. It's 8 or 9, isn't it? Don't have a 6 in a 21 cell. It means you're 4, 8, 9. Is that the only way to do it? No, 5, 7, 9. Yeah. 4, 8, 9 or 5, 7, 9. I definitely have a 9 in it. Good. Ah, odd. Odd. Even, even, even. Means we go like that. There's an 8 here. Gets rid of 3 and 8, which we could have done earlier, I suppose, couldn't we? 5, 6. And nothing else, I think. 2, 4, 5, 6, and 8. 3, 7, 9. Cool. Very good. So then this guy will be even. 4, not quite helping us out. Don't know about this one though. Right. So we can't come into here. It's touching ourselves. That's going to hopefully be helpful at some point. I suspect it will though. Right. What next? That was 4826. Is that problematic at all? Don't think so. Otherwise, you're 5, 7, which doesn't really have much of an impact. So interestingly, no, that's 9 in the case of that's 4, 8. I was thinking that's always 9. Shame. So if you turned across, that would be 7 or 9. A 3, 5 thing here seems okay. If you come up, you're going to have to come up at some points. There'll be an odd here, but got space for enough odds currently anyway. And maybe the odds through here. I mean, whatever happens, that's... Oh, no, because you can turn down the 5, can't you? Odd. Literally. Oh, 4, 8 doesn't work here because of that 2, 4. So that is 5, 7. Which gives you the 9 here. 9s. Not quite. 1, 3 pair though, of course. Gives you 2, 4, 8, and 9. Looks right, doesn't it? 3, 9, 6. 8. Is that all I can get rid of from there? Yeah, and apparently, yeah. Huh. 7s, put 7s on here. You know a lot about odds over there, but that's not that helpful. This could never be road, path, even that can't be path either. Path came up like this, that would be a 1, 3 pair. That seems fine. Yeah, I had way too many evens in this column earlier, didn't I? Whoops. So odds. If that is 9, right? All of those cells have to be odd. Seems okay. That would be 7, 6, 5. And you'd have to come down at that point. I mean, if this is 9, it's kind of interesting that you have to look like this. So either you look like that as 9. That's how the evens fall. Or you look like this. And you come down again? No, because look, there's a 1 here. So if you're up and over, you'd have to then be a bit wriggly at the end, wouldn't you? A 5 and a 9 here. I mean, we know 5s already go up there anyway. Yikes. Okay. I mean, this isn't very pleasant. But, so if you come up, if you go through that 9, if this cell's 9, you got to pass through it. Then because of the 2s in the box, you got to look like this. So then that would be a 7, give me the 6 and 5, and then I'm saying that this cell has no fill. It couldn't be 9, 5, 3, 1, or 7. Bit of a dodge. A dodgy bit of logic, but oh, it's fine, it's fine. As in a bit of a chain. Let's odd all of that. Let's put this in here. Oh, that's a naked single. Okay. Interesting. So then we come down. 5 on 9. Not too worried about this guy anymore. There's a 7 here. So these are going to be relatively big. They don't contain a 7, so they're either 8, 9 or 6, 9, aren't they? Makes sense. These are all going to be odd. Let's finish that off. Let's try it again. These are all going to be even. Using your words properly. 8's interesting. There's a 2, 4 that's the same. There's a virtual 2, 4. So where's the other 2, 4 in this box? It's down here. That's kind of fun. All of this stuff leaves you with just a 6 and an 8. Nice. Again, we don't come into here for make sure we don't touch ourselves. So then this guy's you're gonna have to pass through straight, and you can't look like that. That's way too many odds. Oh, it's almost. I was thinking it's way too many because that one could be whatever. They even say it is just about too many. So we do this. This is all odd. There is a virtual. There are 5 odds in a row basically at that point. 3, 1, 5, 3, 7. What was happening with my pencil marks there, but I think that's fine. 7 and 1. Still don't know how this works. Oh, interesting. Oh no, you can still get through it. I was sure that was going to be sorted at that point. What am I not seeing? What's here? 1, 3, 5, 7. That's ooh, and a 9, but this is not 9, so that's definitely like that. This can never be 9 because we know that's bigger than this. Any triples or anything to be had? 7s? Not quite. 3, 1, 3 though. 3s in this box are here. That's nice. That's going to give us that 2, isn't it? 2's there. Does a bit more. Does it all stop at that point? 2, 6, 8, 3, 7, 5. 1, 4, 6, 5. 7, 9 pair. What am I not saying? Maybe I just need to pencil mark everything. That's definitely goes like that. Nice. Right. 7 and 4. 2, 8, 9, 6, 4, 2. Was that a 2? That looks like a 2. 8, 2, 6. Then what else we got? 6 and 9 at the top. 9, 5, 2, 4. That's how we get those ones sorted. 1, 7, 6. Looks right, doesn't it? 7 and 9. 8. 3, 5, 6, 9, 7. Now I am just missing something obvious. It was like 5, 2, 3, 8, 9, 7. Oh no. What can't I see? 7 and 5. That should help a lot, hopefully. 4, 1, 8, 4, 2. 8s are there. 4, 6, 8. 2 and 4. Nice. It was that. Something to be as I. The rose. Oh no, that's the rose. That's the rose returning to its home. I need to have another listen to the song, by the way, because it's been a while. Although I feel like I listened to it enough at the start, I remember most of it. It's rather cute. Yeah, no, very nice, nice and straightforward. Good puzzle to get back into things. Good, solid logic, and not too convoluted with the extra rule about the killer. So I was a bit worried that that would be something that would sort of stick out, but it worked. It worked in quite well with the question mark clues and things like that. Yeah, no, solid puzzle. Thank you very much for making it. I hope you enjoyed watching. Chat to you all sometime later.